Welcome to the History AI podcast, where the past comes alive with facts, anecdotes, and a dash of humor. Here are your hosts, Chuck and Marco.
Welcome back to another episode of the History AI podcast. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Marco. Today, we're diving deep into the life and times of Sir William Blackstone, lawyer, judge, author, and, let's just say there's more to the man than meets the eye.
Oh, absolutely. From legal brilliance to opinions on religious freedom, we're uncovering all facets of Blackstone today.
Let's start with his early days, Chuck.
Born in 1723 in London, Blackstone faced the tragedy of being orphaned by 12. But, with grit and intellect, he landed a spot at Oxford by 15. When I was 15, Marco, I was just trying to master the art of not burning toast.
And sometimes, I think you still are.
Ouch, but fair. At Oxford, young William didn't just immerse himself in academics. He dabbled in music, poetry, and even theater.
And his family background?
The Blackstones were middle-class merchants. They weren't high society, but that perhaps fueled William's ambition to stand out.
Now, onto the meat of it, his legal work.
His magnum opus was undoubtedly the Commentaries on the Laws of England. Think of it as the Game of Thrones of legal literature, complex, vast, and foundational.
Minus the dragons and the red wedding, I assume?
Precisely. His commentaries demystified English law. It became pivotal for legal education in England and even the US.
But apart from laws, he had strong views, right? Especially on religious freedom?
Absolutely. Blackstone acknowledged the Church of England's dominant role but also highlighted the importance of toleration. He believed that as long as religious practices didn't disrupt public order, people should be free to practice their faith. Quite progressive for his time.
Impressive. What about his stance on individual rights?
Blackstone emphasized personal liberty and property rights. He believed in an absolute right to personal security, which, by the way, included self-defense.
And women's rights?
There's nuance. He upheld certain traditional views, like women being subordinate in marriages. Yet, he also delved into the concept of coverture, where a woman's legal rights merged with her husband's upon marriage. Moving on, his role in British legal traditions was revolutionary. The commentaries provided clarity and structure to the convoluted English law of the time.
Like tidying up a room after a toddler's rampage?
Spot on, Marco.
Quick break for our sponsors, folks. Stay with us.
Introducing the game changer in energy boosts, Strike Force Energy. Elevate your drinks without the sugar, without the calories. Whether you're hitting the gym, the office, or the great outdoors, a dash of Strike Force Energy supercharges your drink and you. Dive into strikeforceenergy.com to explore. And hey, here's a little spark. Use code UTSALAX24 at checkout for a cool 20% off. That's UTSALAX24. Strike Force Energy, the power-up you've been waiting for.
Back in action. So Marco, Blackstone's passing in 1780 didn't dim his legacy.
And how? His influence is echoed in the writings of US founding fathers. And not just on law, but on fundamental rights and religious freedoms.
To end on a lighter note, what do you call a lawyer who doesn't chase ambulances? Honest. And Blackstone was more than just honest, he was legendary.
Good one, Chuck. That's it for today, folks. Join us next time on the History AI podcast as we journey back in time again. Be sure to subscribe, rate, share the podcast, and above all, stay historical.